gentlemen, this is your turn now. So I'm going to throw this question to all of you, and I'm hoping that you would do just questions.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And I thought I was going to be the one to ask. Get the mic, please.
So my brother and me, incidentally we are from the same local government.
So I am not your sister.
If you were there in 1914, you were there in 1914 during the amalgamation, looking at the way things are like right now, will you have accepted, will you have brought us, Akwa Ibomite, into what we see today as Nigeria?
First and foremost, we're in there that with a retrospective look, it was absolutely, the amalgamation was totally unnecessary. But we discovered that the purpose for the amalgamation was for commercial purpose. And it achieved the purpose. It made it more convenient for, it was for the commercial purpose of the British people who wanted greater control of the area, the entire area. But what still beats my mind is why they gave the undue advantage they gave to the north, which is still giving us problems till today. Now, that not meaning that I regret the intraption called Nigeria. It remains a geographic expression because I'm yet to find a total configuration of heights. As much as we are related by geography, we are so diverse by culture. We don't seem to have a meeting point, away from, for example, in all of our Bible, whether you are Anan, you are Ibibio, you are Oro, you seem to find that our diction, our lexicon correspond. No matter how difficult the oral language is, if you listen well as an Ibibio person, you seem to understand that there is no correlation between the native languages of Benue, as close as Benue is to the north. There's absolutely no relationship. So the cultural diversity, and looking back to see, would we have been better apart? Yes, we could have been better apart. The oil boom would have done a lot of good for the states of the Niger Delta if we were different countries. If we were allowed to remain natural communities that we were. There are some countries in St. Kitts that the people are less than 100,000. And people are still surviving. You don't need maths, you don't need number to have a country. But you need cohesion. So the North would have done better with their traditional commercial activities. They would not have been bothering to create an artificial place called Abuja in the middle of the country. Those are artificial creations. And you know what? You now take the investment, the money from a particular place, and you develop the other place. So there was no need for the total amalgamation. Lagos would still have been Lagos. Calabar would still have been Calabar. And both of them would have been doing well. You still have had the ancient Benin Kingdom as a cultural capital. So answering your question, there was absolutely no need for that amalgamation. But since we are here, and legally, because there's a country called Nigeria, and we are Nigerians, we'll try to see how best we can make it work. But if you ask me, I think that the time has come. You see, even the Bible says that in the year of Jubilee, even the slave shall be set free. Yes. And at this point, we must come to a point, so let me just end with this, so that you don't misunderstand me. We must come to a point where we can renegotiate Nigeria. We're not saying that, see, even the Easterners may not want to leave Nigeria. Look at what happened with Brexit. They voted Brexit, but today, the Conservative Party are now saying, no, we need soft Brexit. They don't want to leave Europe again, because they still want a single market. The Easterners may just be agitating to ask, can you listen to us? That since after the war, the first time we've had a chief of army staff was in Ejirika. What is wrong with us? They may want attention. So we may need to have a plebiscite, we may need to have a referendum, we may just need to sit down and ask ourselves, where do we go together?
Thank you, Moses, and I'm particularly interested in this question. In as much as I agree almost 100% with what my brother Fred has said, I think we also need to look at the issue of us as a people who make up an entity. We tend to thrive in division. We complain, the South complains about the North. The North truly, or whether they mean it or not, also has something to complain about the South. You come down to the South, the people of Biafra want, the people of the East want Biafra, and they want a forceful annexation of people who don't want to be a part of that. You come all the way down to Bible, and there are people who still complain of being marginalized. You come down to a local government, And there are villages who complain that the other village has more lights than they do. So whether we are whether we speak one language or not, there are certain issues we have to deal with. Nigeria is not the only heterogeneous country in the world. There are people in different countries. For instance, South Africa has got 13 official languages. There are people who speak a particular language in South Africa, and people who live the next village cannot hear a single word. It's like Northern Cross River. There are places in Northern Cross River that what's number 18, the language they speak, number 19, they don't understand, from the same village. I think that's where the Tower of Babel was built, because everybody speaks a different language around there. But then we can thrive despite our differences. We can grow beyond those differences. If we're sincere, we get the right passion, we get the right leadership, we take the right decisions, and we allow what other countries do to thrive, we tend to copy them and do it well, and have a single mind. In the long run, it will not necessarily matter. There are Easterners and there are Southerners there are Pagomites who would rather live in the North than live here. And I'm sure that there are Northerners who are also very comfortable here, and they will not be that comfortable if they were to go back home. We are a divided people. We are a heterogeneous country. That is a given. That's not something we can readily change. But we can change certain things. We can change the way we do things. We can make the country a little bit more inclusive. We can make people feel a little bit more important. We can look at issues and prioritize them in a way that nobody feels left out. So, in spite of our differences, we can still live together as a happier country. I don't necessarily see a breaking up of country. Even if there's a plebiscite like he has advocated, and I've had to advocate that before, it might not necessarily solve the problem. Because you create a country for Akwa Ibom now, another problem starts. We now begin to look at ethnicity. This part and this part and this part. So the problem continues at different levels until we treat the fundamental causes of this problem. We will always explore our divisions, and we will allow people. You didn't come when everybody knew when the star of the television show, trying to defend a politician and define politics and remove yourself from the definition. It was basically the big thing here. And there are people who will always want to explore those, push wedges into those divisions for their own personal benefit. Until we deal with that, even if all of us spoke one language, the problems will not change.
And what is the problem with our generation? What have you noticed around you? What is the problem? Why are we not where we are supposed to be? Why is it that the dreams we had back then still remain a dream even till today? What is your problem? Is it power? Is it the fact that we don't love ourselves enough? What is it? Please, a hand.
I think the problem we have in Nigerians is the fact that we want government to do everything for us. A typical Nigerian believes that I'm a graduate, so government should find a way to create job opportunities for me. That is a basic problem in Nigeria.
This is an observation I have made over the years. I would like to tie it down to the kind of education that we have. There is very little critical thinking that we do. So I think, if I'm to point at the problem, there's very little critical thinking going on in Nigeria. And like I said, outside the kind of education that we have, we are not trained. Our education does not train us to think critically. We don't ask questions. You want to run a business, and you notice that your parents have run businesses, your uncles have run businesses in a certain way, and it's not working. You go and open shop. You do basically the same thing, but you're expecting that you be a Dangote. It's not possible. So we're not thinking. We're not asking ourselves questions.
Good evening, everyone. Today is Sunday, so let me refer to the scriptures. When Isaac blessed Jacob, and Esau came back begging for a blessing, Isaac told Esau something. He said, until you are restless before you can break the yoke. And I think the problem we have in Akwa Ibom, because we are home now, the problem we have in Akwa Ibom is that we are not restless. We are not restless, yes. We are so comfortable. We are so happy that we can call someone and say, please send me 500 naira charge and it's done. How far? Buy me one bottle of beer and it's done. I never trust. Someone buys food for you. You are so comfortable with that. Until we are restless before we can break that yoke and move forward. Secondly, and most importantly, in Akwa Ibom we have closed minds. We are never open for new things. We just want to do things in the mundane way because, like he said, my father did this, so let's continue in this path. Thank you.
My name is Ngozi Etu. I would like to give 2 reasons as my own contribution to the question you just asked. The first one being that persons are no longer daring to dream. People in today's generation, you discover that people that are daring to dream and living up to their dreams are very few compared to the population we have. If young minds dare to dream and not feel limited by anything, be willing to break through those roadblocks and get something, create something, I think we'll have a better world. Then secondly, looking at this other one and even crying if it persists, what will happen to us tomorrow? And that is from, okay, maybe before I say that, I want to say that Mr. Raphael, in giving his own story, he started from the family. Our young lady here, in giving her own story, she went to the family. She started from there. And then even in your own, the passion, the lady behind the PassionTV, even in giving us your own story, you went to the family. So I want to say that family has a very important role to play in who we turned out to be. And I'm crying because families are failing these days. Mothers are no longer the mothers that sit at home to teach their children. Fathers are no longer there to educate, to put in these values in their children. So I wonder what our generation tomorrow would be like. So if our families could live up to expectations, that would help.
The problem is not that our youths are not reasoning, are not creative, are not talented, are not dreaming again in today's world, in our generation. They are. There's so many talented guys, good men and women with good dreams, visions.
What is the problem?
The problem now today in our country, from down to our state, is the government system is not encouraging. And it's just the truth. As I'm talking to you, I have a lot of dreams. Our government, even those in authority that are meant to do the right thing, they don't encourage the youth to do their ideas. How will you approach the government with your idea? And they keep it for you. Tell me, how will you be able to make a move? So everybody now is interested in the fast way of making money. And one of the fastest way of making money is politically. And the politicians themselves keep telling young people not to get politics, not to die for anybody and thereabout. But they know that this is the only way and the easiest way to get out of the loop. So I am saying that we are dreaming. The government, people are dreaming. We need encouragement and support of the government. Our policies from the government are not encouraging. We don't have a limited environment. Thank you.
I want to summarize. I always say that to whom much is given, much is expected. Our fathers, our mothers were given everything. They didn't give back to us. Let me do a simple illustration. I know my grandmother would beat my aunties and uncles to be well behaved. You see a visitor, you don't stay there. But my auntie has the guts to raise children and allow them stay when a visitor comes. Our parents, the people ahead, they did not give back. They did not pass it on. They should not blame us. These are the same people that will discourage you. These are the people that want you to be beggarly. Yes sir, yes ma, yes sir. If you go into a problem, you tell a bigger person your dream is jealous. Hey.
Good evening everybody. Good evening. My name is Akanye and I'm from Ghana. I think the main problem with all of us is that we are more optimistic than we are realistic. We are humans. I belong individual enclaves, we want to think of ourselves as rational human beings. We want to believe we all have our past covered, but we really don't want to go for what we want. And we are living in, there's this fallacy called optimism bias, and that is what almost every of us, apart from those that are married, are operating on. You see yourself and you believe that you are at a lesser risk of experiencing a disaster, that you are at a lesser risk of experiencing something terrible. Because of that, you just sit and relax. Meanwhile, in the real sense, if you walk, you could have had something. So we are just being optimistic, believing that God will help us, believing that things will get better, when in real life, we're not doing anything.